Yeah, a very big welcome to you, my dear Sagittarius, and a very big welcome to all the other zodiac signs that felt like getting an inspiration for today. The Sun is in Taurus, highlighting the waning moon in your sign. So the Earth has turned in such a way that we see behind the Sun the constellation Taurus, and the moon, which is rotating around the Earth, is, when we look at it, in the constellation of Sagittarius. Now, I picked Rider-Waite to demonstrate that. I didn't pick these cards. These are just here to show you what the story is about: the masculine, the extroverted, and the feminine, the introverted. And so there's a whole story going on with just these two cards, but of course we're gonna do the reading, classical reading, going into lots of different decks. I have 15 or 16 different decks, and it's almost like there's an evolution in the decks. I go as far back as 1888, 3 times the 8, again a portal, right? The power to see the Earth star above us. That's what these secret brotherhoods did. So Arthur Waite comes out of one of those, but I'm gonna come into that in a minute. So here we see Taurus, the bull, the earth, the fixed, the church, the Hierophant, the triangle that's pointing up, and you have a triangle that's pointing up as well. And you are Temperance. You are here to show us we have arrived in an essence of the lovers of Gemini, which is then in the next month. So the 3 steps in the head, the 3 lines on his scepter, and the mudra, 2 fingers pointing up and 2 fingers pointing down, and the thumb in between. It's always about spirit, mind, and body, or body, mind, and spirit, right? It doesn't matter which way we look at it. And then here, a combination of I am myself, this angel. I have arrived now in the alchemical transformation of the lovers, which are now the 2 of Cups. I could just go on and on to explain just these 2 cards, right? But that's not what we're here for today. So I'm doing these readings just that you know, I'm not predicting the future. I'm literally doing this so I can learn about these cards. And of course I'm German, I have an accent, and but I lived 17 years in New York, and so I'm doing this because English has become really almost like German, my language. It's I really feel comfortable in this language, and I really want to continue speaking it. And I moved back to Germany, but I'm still doing both. I'm doing German readings and I'm doing English readings, and I'm just doing it for my own pleasure and my own fun. And I'm learning because I'm doing my own tarot deck, and so I'm learning here, which I'm going to explain to you. I'm learning how to integrate the yoga positions because I want to really create a yoga deck with the tarot. And the number 3 that is very strong here in this card, I want inhale to come up, exhale the mental, the spiritual, the mental, and the physical. I want this to become a movement. These 2 pillars become a movement in themselves. The spiritual will always come down in this arrow that's pointing down, and the effort to come up, the inhale to draw the inhale in, and to come up and to search or to open yourself up to this energy and to bring it down. Now here I have 2 pillars, but the pillars are see-through. There are not anymore this like, we gotta hide something, we are the church, and we don't want you to really know what's going on. I want this to be open, I want this to be fluid. And so this is a little bit already my energy that I want to put into the Hierophant. Now for you, I have created the forward bend within the world, within the deep ocean, and the pillar or samek, the tent pole that is holding us up into the number 5, because here's 5 and you are the number 14, which is then counted together again a 5. So there is already here a 5-5 portal happening. And I want you to feel that when you bow down, when you bring these two energies, the upper body and the lower body together, when you bring the male and the female in this infinite exchange, you can find within yourself this angelic figure, this sacred geometrical figure. And so here we come from Scorpio, and here we're going to Capricorn. So as you can see, there is a new way how I want to interpret these cards. The court card for you is the Knight of Wands, and the dates here are November 13 and December 11. So there's a little portal happening here for you. Please, if your birthday is before or after, look in the description below. I have all the dates for the other cards. Now, like I said, I do not predict the future. I am here to learn this magical deck. It's fascinating what these cards really do with us. And I have, of course, a first line, a second, and a third line, but all of them are here right now. I also look at the last reading, which is then when we had Moon in Sagittarius and Sun in Taurus. So you're getting an extra reading because until the Sun has moved into Gemini, a few days will pass and then you lost a little bit in between, and you have to wait another month because you only get once a month a reading from me because I'm going with how the moon is moving. So the last reading you had, understand the right use of power through true love. And you had the invitation to dive deeper into the true love. And I'm this time giving you a reading because it's a second time you get the Taurus energy highlighting you. So the message or the movement that wants to come down to you is quite strong, and it needs to get anchored down into your subconscious. And so I'm just going to go through these cards so that you can see what the message is for this little extra or bonus reading. So the first cards are 1888 from Oswald Wirth. He was in the Rose Cross order, and you got Le Diable. These are French cards. The number 15, which is then the number 6, connected to the Lovers. And interesting enough, the second card of the Hermetic Tarot, which is the Secret Order of the Golden Dawn, where Arthur Waite was in, and also Aleister Crowley, which I have here as well. So out of this order, out of these cards came two very influential tarot decks, which is the Rider-Waite, that's why I have them as a demonstration, and Aleister Crowley. So as you can see, we have now a 6-6 portal here for you. Very strong, very powerful message already right at the beginning. You are like challenged to hold your energy, to hold this weirdness, to hold this fish, to hold this strange creature that is standing as well on this stool, is standing on a pillar, but only one. Here are two pillars. Here are two foundations, the duality. He stands in the center, and he has another two creepy energies right and left, which is usually the Lovers. And the Lovers of Gemini, they come in here into the Two of Cups. I mean, and now the Gemini card is coming. The Lovers, Perseus and Andromeda, she was chained to this rock and she was given to the sea serpent or dragon, and that's the Kundalini, that's the sexual energy, and Perseus is liberating her from the chain of sexual interaction. That's what makes the Lovers so special, is not that you are finding the opposite energy, but you're finding that within yourself, you're finding within yourself that there is so much going on. And so the 6-6 portal is already here twice. The 6 is creativity within your third eye, creativity within seeing the signs, reading the symbols, understanding these secret brotherhoods that created such powerful cards. And then comes again the Devil in the Rider-Waite. And as you can see, these are very big cards, these are medium size, and these are the small cards. And some of them are French, German, and English. So I just want you to know I'm incorporating here a little bit of everything. So you have 666. It's like 3 times the power to see within you, the third eye within you, this dimension that is speaking and that is giving you sometimes an attachment to the physical. As you can see here, they're standing in the Lovers. They are also standing here, but this is an angel, right? Behind it, there is the angel, and they are looking up. I mean, it's just really, I can see there is in the next month a liberation happening of being strongly attached to the physical, to Capricorn. This is Capricorn, this is Gemini, right? And I also do a picture so you can see at the end and you can do your own interpretation of this reading. Now comes with the number 7, the 7 of Cups, which is Venus in Scorpio. There is an illusion in having a successful emotional energy, and here it's called an illusionary success, that you're thinking that this desire is very strong, the desire to be physical, the desire to be elementally, this I 666, I want to find a partner, I want to love someone, I want to unite. Find that first within yourself. Find not an illusion in a relationship, find that you're moving to the next level, which is then what's happening. And of course, these came 1920. Right, this is 1888, so you can see like the evolution. And then of course here 1969, and now comes Hermann Handel. From 7 you go to 8, you go to the Sun in Virgo, and this is saying that now you are clever. You coming back to work on yourself, you not staying stuck in this Venus in Scorpio, this illusion that a certain relationship or a certain sexual energy that is of course coming up here very strongly through the Devil and also through the Lovers here, through the attachment, through the Kundalini, because we are attached to our sexuality. We're attached to the fertile movement, the infinite movement of like, okay, next generation, next generation, next generation. I mean, we have evolved out of nothing into all of these different species that are thriving and giving us an understanding that everything is continuously evolving and changing. So you go from 7 to 8, you go into continuously working on yourself, and you're not staying stuck in this illusion, in this like, okay, here something is like not as clear, not as flowing as you would like to. And of course, the 8 is the infinite work on mastery, the infinite work on becoming better and better in what you are doing. And of course, the Sun in Virgo, then comes the Knight of Pentacles, which is the Virgo, and that's the medicine woman. So now we have 100 years, 1988, 1888. As you can see, now we are moving forward. And of course, this like snake-like energy that the devil is, this sexual attachment, this chain that is holding you, the chain that is holding you is now you're going deep down into the earth, and you're starting to realize that once I become part of earth, the snake, the totem of the stones, is having meaningful work, having the work even of recycling, of realizing that the earth is not just binding you, it's not just attaching you, it's not just holding you, but it's also learning from the earth, learning from these cycles to become part of the cycle, become part of this growth cycle that is speaking to you here very strongly because of the Sun in Virgo, of this earthiness, of a success in learning more and more how these things work, how the 8 of stones goes then with the Virgo, with the Knight of Pentacles, and you're the Knight of Wands, right? Which then comes right after. So you're looking at all of these cards, and you can look at these pictures and you're looking back. It's not that you're looking into the past, you are just showing us your left side, your intuitive side, and see what has happened in your past. You know very clearly how much you have maybe understood the right use of power through true love, right? Because the attachment, the sexual attachment, the wheel that must turn on, the show must go on, right? It's like we can free ourselves out of this illusion, and we can continuously work on ourselves, on a spiritual work that is bringing us forward into, I want to learn how all of this is working. Now, in the present moment comes the number 15, the elixir of life. I'm going to just put this down and look what's happening, right? There's 1, 2, 3. There are 1, 2, 3. Again, there's a triangle pointing upwards. There is the triangle of work pointing upwards. The triangle that's pointing down is saying, no, let it all come down, but yes, make the effort to come up. And so here you have the number 15 connecting with the devil, and again connecting with this, so you have 4 times the 6 now. I mean, this is powerful. You have the heart to see in the third eye that this 3 steps, the physical, the mental, and the spiritual, Osho says that sexual is the seed, and love is with the heart, and the smell of the roses is the compassion. So there's 3 steps: sexual, love, and compassion. The seed, the flower, and the essence, or the smell of it. So you are learning to combine these 3 here in this card. The 3 times 6 is speaking to you that you are learning to understand these 3 stages. You are learning to understand that 1, 2, 3 stages, that everything is constantly evolving, like the Empress, which is the number 3, right? It's moving, it's shifting, because you have already a 5-5 portal here, just by these 2 cards coming together. And so you can see here in this elixir of life is to learn and to understand and to grow and to not give up. Because then you got the 5 of air and the 6 of air, and that is Venus in Aquarius and Mercury in Aquarius. So the age of Aquarius is bringing a mental challenge, because the 5s are always mental challenges where you walk on a very, very thin tightrope. You have to find your balance. You are right in between the heaven and the earth. You could fall any minute. And it's speaking about understanding your shadow side, because then you have from the 5, right? So you have a 5-5-5 portal. From this 5, you go to the 6 again, and now you have 5 times the 6 you speak, because this is an alchemical process and moving forward. I'm just kind of looking in combination with the rest of the cards. You are moving forward into a state of being arriving within yourself into this 6. The 6 are always the beauty, the overcoming the difficulties, and this is a very magical card of all the swords. This is very magical because you are in a process of moving forward, of learning the craft, learning to understand. And so you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times the 6, which is speaking your truth, speaking the knowledge, because the age of Aquarius is bringing more and more and more and more of knowledge. And it's not anymore how much knowledge do I have. It's like, what am I doing with this knowledge? How am I speaking up through this knowledge? And this is what's coming up for you. Then out of the mystical shaman oracle comes the tree of life, the number 58, which is then a 13. And 13 is connected with Scorpio, with the death card, going down to the number 4. And the number 4 is about a stability, a groundedness, a rootedness. But also what's really interesting is that I see here the legs are crossed. And it's almost like there is something that is speaking to you saying, hey, realize this, learn this, and awaken to an opening, awaken yourself to grow and learn and to really feel that whatever is speaking here to you wants to tell you it's okay to really release a little bit the shyness, release that this sexual energy is really hitting you. And just the essence here is the tree of life is a sacred symbol throughout the Americas, right? And to find health and balance in your life, reflect on how you dance with your actions, your thoughts and your feelings. And again, it's this actions, thoughts and feelings. It's these 3 stages. It's always, like I said, it's like you have the seed, you have the sexuality, open up, and you have the love, you have the flower, and you have then the essence, you have the compassion, you have that next level of love is speaking to you, that you have 1, 2, 3 levels as well. You have the number 3 speaking to you, you have the movement that's coming down, you have that which is saying, yes, go for it, move forward. And then you get the stingray out of the Animal Spirit book, and that's a water sign, and it's saying developing confidence, a sense of self, or spine when in balance, eager and wants to grow. And yeah, that's what you do. You want to grow, you want to move, you get the signs, right? You have 5 times the 6. You're speaking about what you see, what you learn, what you can bring to the people, and how important that is for you, and finding that central spine, because the central spine is speaking here to you that when you become this angel, you are now becoming this sacred symbol that is having wings, right? And you are finding your spine, you're finding your center, and it's so beautiful and so powerful how you do that. And then comes Moon in Libra, the Two of Swords, and that's like when you have found the spine within you, the two make that the wings make you fly, the center. Then you find in your center a peacefulness, an arriving, a looking within, understanding that the 5 and the 6 is calculated together, the number 11. And then you get another 2, which is the number 13. And the 13, like I said, with the tree of life, is sexual energy, is the death, is la petite mort. So then together it's again becoming a 4, a stability, a groundedness, an arrivedness. Here on this planet Earth, the square, the number 4 within you arriving and being strong. Now forward into the future is then coming the creativity oracle, which is this card, and it looks like an opening, it looks like a vagina, it's almost like someone is coming out of a vagina, and you can see the ank of life here in front of her sexuality, and giving you a clear understanding that there's the sexual energy speaking here to you. And the card says, go deeper. And it's the number 80, expressing the deeper meaning in life while staying attuned to childlike wonder is at the heart of all great art. The number 80, 8 and 0. 8 is the strength and 0 is the new beginning. You have the strength to work on yourself. The 8 is here. You have the strength to make your life special. You have the strength to say, yeah, I'm going to go deeper. I'm going to go deep, deep down into the earth. I'm going to become these creepy animals that are composing everything. And I'm going to start understanding deep within, in this going deeper, things must fall apart. The tower, the holding on, the phallic energy that, okay, it's ending. There is something ending. For me, this is ending. And something like this is coming up, because we don't want this old type of church and institution thinking anymore, which is highlighting you, and you are the angel and you are coming down and you're saying, okay, no more. And then, of course, which is so fascinating, is coming the 0. So this is a 7 calculated. The card number 16 becomes a 7. This is letting go of this illusionary success of the Venus in Scorpio, is the desire to think that I can just manipulate anything. No, you can't. Things must break and fall apart so that new things can grow again, so that I can go down into the rabbit hole and begin the journey from scratch, from the beginning, begin like a baby coming out of this vagina and just creating a new beginning, and then jump through, jump forward, and again is 6, and now you are 6 times the 6, and you're in the third eye, and then you can speed forward. You have that movement, you have that speed to say, I'm going forward, I'm gonna jump, I'm gonna go from 0 immediately forward into the 6. I'm transforming and changing and shifting. And where is she jumping into? She's jumping into the 7, into the Chariot. She's saying, okay, I'm gonna be the success. I'm gonna, like, in this jump, she's realizing she is that energy. She is radiating forward. She is in summer. You're gonna feel that very strongly. This new beginning is like pushing you forward, is creating something exceptional in you, going deeper into the spiritual understanding. And then you have the awakening, the number 20, 2 and 0, the high priestess, and the Fool, a new beginning, a new spiritual beginning, a successful new spiritual beginning, a movement that is creating something really exceptional, because you are looking at this reading, you get that push forward, right? Whatever reading you're looking at, whatever reading you're drawn into, because you're seeing this and you're reading and you're looking at this, you are getting this push into this direction. And then comes from Alberto Villoldo, the Shaman Stream. These are new cards. So what are you going to do with these, with this energy? Because I also have the Mystical Shaman Oracle. Now he has these new cards, and the number 4 is coming up. The spine, the 4 that is saying, yeah, I want to open my legs. I want to be ready to just push myself out there and say, here I am, 4, 4, 4. 3 times the power in stability, the power in also the love. And you are now getting the caterpillar, and they made a line in between the cat, the playfulness, the sexiness, you playing with this, and you getting the opportunity to be in a completely new creative phase. I mean, look at this. This is so cool. You are going to be out there. You're going to begin something strong and stable, because you also have the 4 within you. You have the 1, the Magician, and the 4, the stability, the Emperor, the yes, I push myself out there. But most of all, you are having 6 times the number 6. I mean, this is really amazing. I don't know if I can hold all of them. It's really not easy to hold all of them. 6. 4. This is an 8. 6. 1, 2, 3. Let me put this here so I can hold 3 here. And I can hold these 3 here. I think I'm going to take a picture of this. I'm going to put this in the front, or maybe this. I don't know. I made a mixture, but I'm going to add an extra picture so you see this. You have 6 times. This is 6. You have the 3rd eye opening in this combination, and you are ready to jump into the future. You are ready to create something that has never been created. You are creating a movement. You're creating something that is shifting you particularly, but shifting all of us. And so I'm just saying, go for it. Make it happen. Make it happen, because it's time. It's the right time to now be bold, be spiritually bold, and to realize that you are this guardian angel. So I hope I see you in the next reading, because then the earth is turning in such a way that we see Gemini. Gemini is here, the Lovers is here. So it's speaking already to you and saying, yeah, you're gonna love yourself more and more and more. And until then, I thank you so much for being with me. Namaste.